You know that thought of, when I have more money, then I'll start investing? Well, that's the same thought that traps millions of people in the rat race. That endless cycle of working, paying bills, and hoping something will be left at the end of the month. But the end of the month arrives, and nothing is left. Robert Kiyosaki used to say, "Wealth doesn't begin when money appears, but when you decide to learn how to use it." And he's right. Because the perfect moment simply doesn't exist. Imagine a gardener waiting for the ideal weather to plant. The sun needs to be just right, the rain at the exact time, the wind at the perfect point. He would wait forever. Meanwhile, the other gardener, the one who started even with uncertain weather, already has a tree growing in the yard. It's the same with money. Even if today you can only save $10 per week, that small amount represents something much greater, a decision. It's the moment when you say to yourself, "I'm not going to wait for the government, the boss, or luck anymore. I'm going to start with myself." And that's the point that changes everything, because the simple act of taking action, even if small, puts you in motion. And when you move, the universe moves with you. Starting now is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It doesn't matter if it's little. The secret is to start. Money only grows in the hands of those who have already learned to plant it, not those who keep waiting for the perfect rain. So if today you have little, be grateful, because it's with little that the great ones begin. Action comes before results, and decision comes before wealth. And if you want to continue learning how to transform small actions into great results, like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss the next golden tips from Robert Kiyosaki that can change the way you see money and your life. Have you noticed that some people earn well but live in debt, while others, with modest salaries, manage to invest, travel, and live peacefully? The difference is rarely in the amount that comes in. It's in the way the mind sees money. Robert Kiyosaki always repeats, "The problem isn't how much you earn, but how much you understand about what you do with what you earn." And that changes everything. Most people live on autopilot. They work, pay bills, buy what gives momentary pleasure, and when they realize it, the month is over. There's no control, no plan. All that's left is that feeling that money evaporates. But money doesn't disappear. It simply follows the direction of your attention. If you don't know where it's going, it goes wherever it wants, and usually not to the right place. Organizing your mind is the first step to taking control. Take a simple notebook and write down everything that comes in and everything that goes out. At first it may seem boring, but gradually you'll notice a pattern. Unnecessary expenses, impulse purchases, small money leaks that, together, form a silent whole. When you understand the map of your money, you start making conscious decisions. And something magical happens. Money begins to respect those who respect it. Kiyosaki said that money loves clarity, and it's true. When you have a plan, it starts working in your favor, like an obedient employee who just needs a good leader to show the way. So before running after more money, run after more mental organization, because chaos in your head is the biggest thief of your prosperity. This is one of Robert Kiyosaki's most powerful and at the same time most ignored pieces of advice. He said, "Most people work hard to pay everyone except themselves." And it's true. As soon as the salary comes in, most people already think rent, bills, groceries, credit cards, school, gas, and in the end, little is left, or nothing. The problem is that when you do this, you send a silent message to your mind. I come last. But the rich think differently. They pay themselves first, even if the amount is small. It can be $5, $10, or $50. The number doesn't matter. What matters is the habit. Because this simple act creates a new identity within you, that of someone who builds the future, not just survives the present. Think of it this way: each real you set aside is a seed. It may seem small, but if you water it consistently, it grows, takes root, and one day bears fruit. The secret is in the repetition, not in the amount. And here's the most curious part. When you pay yourself first, your mind finds ways to adjust the rest. It's as if the brain understands that that money is sacred and that the rest needs to be reorganized for everything to fit. It's at this point that true financial control begins to be born. Over time, you realize that it's not money that changes your life, it's discipline. Because paying yourself first is much more than saving money. It's a silent declaration of personal worth. It's looking at yourself and saying, I am a priority. My future matters. I'm building something greater. Note, this is the first step to leaving the survival mentality and entering the building mentality. Don't wait for leftovers. Decide to set aside. Those who wait for leftovers never start, but those who start one day reap what they planted. Robert Kiyosaki always said that true wealth doesn't come only from what you do, but from what you know how to do well, and how you transform that knowledge into something that generates value for others. Most people think they can only make money if they have a job or a big investment. But what they forget is that every human being carries within them a powerful asset: knowledge. Think for a moment. Maybe you know how to cook something that everyone praises, have a knack for explaining a subject, know how to fix things, make crafts, or even organize spreadsheets. All of this can be transformed into a source of income. Kiyosaki called this creating assets based on your mind. And because deep down, an asset isn't just a property, a stock on the market, or a company. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket even when you're sleeping. Imagine someone who loves gardening and starts posting videos teaching how to care for plants. At first, it may seem like just a hobby, but over time, that knowledge becomes an audience, which becomes income. Or someone who understands personal finance and creates a small online course to help others get organized. Everything starts with what the person already knows and grows because they decided to share. The difference between those who get rich and those who remain stagnant is in how each one uses what they have in their hands. Some complain about the lack of opportunities. Others create their own opportunities with what they already know. The secret is simple. Stop underestimating what you know. Knowledge is like hidden gold. It only has value when you take it out of your mind and put it into action. Start small, teach, create, share, offer your services. When you understand that your knowledge is an asset, you discover that you already have within you everything you need to start building wealth. There's a very clear difference between how the rich and the poor think when money comes into their hands. The poor person asks, "What can I buy?" The rich person asks, "How can I multiply this?" This simple difference in mentality completely changes a person's financial destiny. While some see money as something to consume, others see it as a seed. And seeds, when well planted, become trees that continue to bear fruit. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that the key to getting out of the rat race is learning to make money work for you. But this only happens when you change the order of your decisions. Invest first, spend later. Think about how many times you received extra money and immediately allocated it to something you'd wanted for a while: a new phone, clothes, a dinner. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruit of your work, but when consumption comes before investment, financial freedom moves away. Every reel that comes in is an opportunity to build your future. The question is, are you going to plant that reel or let it slip away? Imagine two people with the same salary. One decides to spend on non-essentials and is always waiting for the next payment. The other invests a small percentage every month, even if it's little. After a few years, the difference between them isn't just in the account balance, it's in lifestyle, in tranquility, and in confidence about tomorrow. Kiyosaki always repeats, wealth isn't in how much you earn, but in what you do with what you earn. The true investor looks at every reel as a seed with growth potential. He understands that spending solves the now, but investing builds tomorrow. Before buying something, ask yourself, does this bring me closer or further from my financial freedom? If the answer is that it takes you further, reconsider. Because those who spend to feel good today pay the price tomorrow. But those who invest today reap freedom for the rest of their lives. People tend to believe that wealth comes from a big moment, a rare opportunity, a miraculous business deal, an unexpected inheritance. But the truth, as Robert Kiyosaki teaches, is that wealth is built in small daily habits, silent and constant. It's not what you do once in a while that changes your financial life, but what you do every day. The problem is that many expect a magical turnaround, when in fact the power is in simple actions, repeated with discipline. Waking up with purpose, writing down your expenses, reading about money for 15 minutes, setting aside time to learn about investments. These small gestures seem insignificant, but they create a mindset pattern that completely transforms the future. Your routine is a reflection of what you believe. If your routine is disorganized, your money will be too. If you start the day without goals, the money that comes in will also leave without direction. The rich understand this. They don't wait to feel motivated to act. They create systems. They know that discipline is more important than inspiration. Because motivation comes and goes, but habit remains. Kiyosaki said that financial freedom is not an event. It's a habit. It's born when you decide that every day you'll take a step, however small, toward your goal. And over time, these steps accumulate until they become a firm and secure walk toward independence. You don't need to change your life all at once. You just need to change your routine and repeat it until it becomes part of who you are. Wealth is a consequence of consistency. Transform your routine into an engine. Let each day push you a little further forward, because those who master their own day master their own destiny. We live in a world where people seem more concerned with appearing rich than actually building wealth. New cars, designer clothes, financed trips, and expensive dinners have become symbols of success. But, as Robert Kiyosaki teaches, having the appearance of wealth is not the same as having financial freedom. There are those who display a luxurious lifestyle but sleep worried about bills. And there are those who live simply, but with tranquility and security, because money is working silently for them. Having the car of the year and an empty account isn't victory. It's prison disguised as status. The truly rich don't spend to prove something to others. They build to prove something to themselves. They understand that wealth isn't about what you show, it's about what you control. Kiyosaki always repeats that true success is measured by freedom of time, not by the size of the car in the garage. What's the point of displaying a luxurious life on social media if, in real life, you live trapped in debt, in a job you don't like, and in constant fear of running out of money? Appearance enslaves, freedom liberates. The difference is in where you put the focus, on other people's opinions or on your own future. Stop trying to impress those who don't pay your bills. Instead, impress yourself by seeing your account balance grow, investments multiply, and your peace of mind strengthen. Being truly rich is sleeping peacefully, knowing that your money works while you rest. And that's a feeling that no material possession can buy. Investing before spending doesn't require large amounts. You can start with what you have available, even if it's little. The important thing is to create the habit of prioritizing the growth of your money instead of consuming it immediately. Over time, you realize that every financial decision becomes more conscious. You begin to see money not as an end, but as a means to build freedom, security, and opportunities. When you internalize this, every salary, every extra, every cent transforms into a tool to generate more resources. The mindset changes. You stop reacting to money and start dominating money. It's a powerful shift in perspective that separates those who merely survive from those who truly build wealth and lasting riches. The real secret is in seeing every reel that comes in as a soldier in service of your financial freedom. And when you act this way consistently, even small amounts accumulate extraordinary results over time. The big mistake most people make is thinking that investing is something complicated or reserved only for those who have a lot of money. In reality, investing is a daily choice, not an extraordinary event. Every time you decide not to spend on impulse and direct that amount to something that grows, you're putting your future first. Investing before spending also means learning to recognize opportunities. Maybe it's a small course that increases your skills, a book that expands your knowledge, or even a minimal financial application that starts earning compound interest. It's these small steps, repeated with discipline, that build the foundation of financial freedom. And here's the most important part: every decision counts. Don't underestimate the power of acting consciously, even if it seems insignificant. The habit of thinking first about investing creates a domino effect. It increases your discipline, strengthens your mind, teaches you to deal with choices, and sooner or later transforms little into much. Think of money as seeds that can generate trees, not as food that you consume all at once. Those who learn to plant first and harvest later, sooner or later, will see their wealth grow without having to chase after every cent. This is the mindset that separates those who remain trapped in the cycle of day-to-day consumption from those who build real and lasting wealth. And every time you repeat this choice, you're reinforcing the power of your money in your favor. To transform your routine into an engine of wealth, it's not enough just to act. You need a focused and determined mindset. The right mindset is what makes you see opportunities where others see obstacles. It's what makes each small daily habit become a step toward financial freedom. Without this mindset, you can follow routines, but they won't generate real results. Mindset is the engine that directs your actions, that makes you choose to invest in knowledge, discipline, and habits that truly matter, even when no one is watching. Those who have the wealth mindset understand that success doesn't come from chance, but from conscious decisions repeated every day. Each choice today, each action you take with intention, is a declaration. I am in control of my future. When you combine a structured routine with the right mindset, each step becomes powerful. What seemed impossible or distant comes closer, and you begin to realize that wealth isn't just money. It's freedom, it's confidence, it's security built from thoughts, habits, and consistent decisions. Having the appearance of wealth is easy. Buying expensive things, showing status, impressing others, anyone can do that. But real wealth isn't measured by what you show, but by what you build and protect with intelligence. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that the rich think differently. They build freedom, not just temporary comfort. They understand that true financial success comes from mindset, discipline, and conscious choices, not from ostentation. Many people work hard to impress others and end up trapped in debt, stress, and insecurity. The rich focus on what really matters, making money work for them, creating assets that grow, and ensuring the future is secure. The wealth mindset means choosing long-term results instead of instant gratification. It means investing in knowledge, in assets, and in habits that multiply your freedom. It means not letting yourself be carried away by the pressure of what others think, but making decisions that strengthen your future. The truly rich don't need to prove anything to anyone. They sleep peacefully, knowing that their intelligent decisions today are guaranteeing a stable, secure, and free life tomorrow. And that, above all, depends on the correct mindset. Understanding that wealth is made of choices, consistency, and vision, not appearance. Everything starts in the mind. The right mindset creates habits, habits generate results, and results change lives. It doesn't matter how much money you have now. What matters is what you do with it and how you think about it. So start now. Choose one of these rules, apply it for 30 days, and see your life begin to change. Every step, every decision, every habit you adopt is an investment in yourself and in your future. If you want to continue on this journey and receive the next videos with strategies that truly transform your financial life, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't miss the chance to take control of your money, your routine, and your future.